With the eclipse just 2 weeks away now, area emergency officials, they're doing their best to keep strong communication measures in place. One way of doing that is via radio. Steve Iwanek, he joins us live in studio. He spoke with members of a group out in Fulton County helping out. So, Steve, what do they do?
Yeah, Jeff, the Fulton County Amateur Radio Club is a group of volunteers who seek to create excitement about wireless communications and help communities in the process. With the solar eclipse coming up, I spoke with some members of that club and learned about the value they're adding to April 8th.
This is Kilo Bravo 8 Echo Lima Golf. Do we have any stations on frequency?
Made up of over 70 full-time members and 200 overall, the Fulton County Amateur Radio Club is going to be a much-needed assistant for local emergency medical services across the county on Eclipse Day. For those who work in the small town of Fayette, these often overlooked communication lines have been part of the county's plan to combat heavy transmitter traffic in the area on April 8th.
We realized the large influx of people and the stress on communications and the resources within our community. So there's been many months of preparations that the EMA office has done.
President Brian Patterson has held his position for over a decade in the group, and in his nearly 40 years as a member, an eclipse is something he's yet to be a part of. That, however, is not phasing his confidence in the abilities of his group.
If the current radio system would, God forbid, happen to go down, we can provide adequate communications for things like deploying ambulances and, emergency runs and stuff like this.
For those traveling through or setting up a spot to watch the historic moment in 2 weeks, delays could be possible. But without these,
During the repeater,
it would be nearly impossible.
we've been trying to integrate ourselves better into the community for public service events and get the name of amateur radio out there and remind everybody, that we are still, a relevant part of communications and protection for the community.
When visiting with McConnell in Fayette, he told me that his transmitter could speak with an individual in Wauseon, roughly 20 miles away. The club will be aiding communications for fire departments in Wauseon, Delta, Swanton, and other Fulton County locations. Reporting in studio, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.